You know what time it is.
Boom shakalaka!
Yeah! Woo! All right. Hey, in the house, we had some bass in that boom shakalaka.
Yes, we did.
Off to the side and everything.
Love it.
Yes. Welcome to Ms. Rocki and Chaveevah Live, because
It's always something good happening in the Cedar Valley.
And the North End.
And everywhere else in the Cedar Valley.
something like that. Right. Yes. We have Emily here with us today. Emily Stowe.
Hi, Emily. Oh,
Yes.
friends forever.
Childhood friends.
Childhood friends.
Yes. And it takes two of them to take Chaveevah's space.
That's right.
Can't take her place, but Chaveevah is absent, taking care of some things at home. Mm-hmm. So I really appreciate you two joining us today and helping us out.
Thanks for having us, Mom.
Of course.
A little congested, Mom.
Okay. It's all good. It's all good. So, yeah, it's Friday. You have made it. This is it, where you're supposed to be. Tell your boss, it's almost quitting time. We're going to watch a little Boom Shakalaka together. Have a watch party in the office.
That's right.
You made it. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
I'll drink to that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's Friday. Woohoo.
Yes. We have some great guests today, Chassidi.
Yes, we do. I'm so excited and inspired by our guests.
Yeah.
I always love people that are innovative and people that take risks.
Yes.
Despite the things that may be stacked against them, they decide, hey, this is something that I feel called to and feel like I can do. So I'm always in awe of people that take risks.
Right, because you're one of them.
Yeah.
As are you.
Mm-hmm.
As are I.
Yeah. As are I.
So we have Essoria.
Sorry.
Chassidi. Essoria.
You're going to
I had
stay tuned.
What is your name, baby? What's your Essoria Greer. And we have Mr. David Bryant.
That one is easier to pronounce and remember.
And Mr. David Bryant is a big head burger. We'll introduce him in a little bit, as well as Essoria Greer, who is a multi-talented young woman that is shuffling so many things around to provide for her family and to make a difference in the community too.
And I want to say that this young woman probably represents a demographic of people, a group of people that are doing this, that are behind the scenes, doing things that maybe you don't get a whole lot of hoorah all the time,
right?
But are making her way in the world and making her mark in our community.
Yes, and I'm so certain that both of our guests today are going to encourage and inspire our viewers.
Yes.
So thank you for watching, and comment anytime. Ask our guests any questions you'd like to. Mm-hmm. But first, let me get to you two. Now, I know that both of you guys are movers and shakers here. And I want to ask you first, Emily, tell us what you've been doing. I mean, I know you're the founder of Magpie Magazine. Mm-hmm. What all does that entail?
Yes.
Yeah, so I have a degree in art, and I have found that it's really difficult to be inspired to make art when you're working a full-time job. Mm-hmm. And so I came up with this as a project that would keep me accountable to other people so that I would actually follow through and complete it. And my inspiration is that I think that sometimes Iowa has a reputation of not really having a lot of things going on, but I know that that's not true.
That's not true. Right. That's how we wouldn't be here if that were true.
Because I've got so many talented friends that are doing really interesting things, and so I created Magpie as a way to put the spotlight on other people and give me a creative project, and it's one of those projects that has a never-ending project, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I think we've got never-ending material
That's
for it.
right.
Right. Now, I have a question.
Go ahead. I have one, too.
You can't ask one because it's your next.
Okay.
But I know you want to solicit some writers. We talked about it in the pre-Boom Shakalaka. So now that we're actually after the Boom Shakalaka, talk about your deadline, June 15th.
So Magpie is a quarterly magazine, and it's online only. There's not a print edition. And each issue has a theme, and the theme of the summer issue is adventure. And it will be out on August 1st, and with every issue, the deadline for submissions is 2 weeks before the release date. So July 15th is when I will accept admissions through, or submissions through. And so if you are interested in emailing, writing, photography, artwork, poetry, basically anything that has to do with the topic of adventure, you can email that to me. My email address is emily.stowe, that's STOWE, at magpie-mag.com.
All right.
That's awesome.
Well,
That's
thank
great.
you. I know you could probably submit something as adventurous as your life is.
How did you come up with the name Magpie?
There's a type of bird called a magpie bird that is known for going out and collecting shiny things to take back to its nest.
Oh, that's right.
And I completely relate to that because I do the same thing.
How wonderful.
And our slogan is celebrating the shiny things in life.
I love
arts
it.
and culture and all the fun, positive subject matter.
That's perfect.
Yes.
I love that.
And thank you for the article you did on our show as well. She wrote an article about Rocki and Chaveevah Live, and so that was a great experience to be featured in your magazine.
That's
Thanks
awesome.
for joining me.
Yeah, that's a great concept.
Okay, Chassidi, why don't you tell our viewers about the new, since we were after the Boom Shakalaka, tell everybody about the enrollment and the first year synopsis quickly.
So Royal Legacy Christian Academy is growing up and down.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so we're growing. We've added 7th grade. So we are now accepting K through 7th graders, and we're also opening Legacy Littles, which is a daycare for 2.5 to 5-year-olds. 5-year-olds that missed the cutoff for kindergarten. And so there will be more to hear about that as far as when we are opening enrollment for our Legacy Littles. But for now, enrollment is open for K through 7th grade, and we are have a few spots left in those grade levels, and we're Christ-centered Spanish immersion for kindergarten through 2nd grade. And we're the first and only school in the Cedar Valley that's offering full Spanish immersion. So if you want it's really the difference between your child becoming bilingual or not.
Okay.
Seriously.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, because by the time you get to high school, and we're the only school that's offering full immersion, and it really is a big deal. So
yes, and it's so. What's impressive to me is that my grandchildren speak Spanish fluently. It's almost like they speak it not with an English accent, is what I'm trying to say. They speak it like
so not
Spanish.
quite completely fluently yet, but they finished a full year of Spanish immersion where they were taught completely in Spanish.
Right.
And they know a lot of Spanish. They can hold
they do.
great conversations and write in Spanish and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And what a great attribute to grow up with.
Absolutely.
So give the website so people can donate or enroll.
Yes, rlcawaterloo.org.
Awesome.
So
okay, and since I'm kind of a guest host too, I just want to talk about the garden tour last week.
Ooh, yes. How was the garden tour?
It was so amazing.
This is your second time being a part of that.
Yes, and there are some pictures. Actually, the photo in the background are of my gardens, and I'm sure there were over 100 people that walked through in groups, and it was just amazing.
And then you got to go to see other gardens the night before to the other people that were participating in the garden tour.
Yes, everyone's garden was great. I didn't do that though, but
you
I know they all
always
had beautiful
have
gardens.
Yes.
I've heard about the other
the
gardens.
last time you and I went together.
Right, we did, and that was really a fun experience.
Yes, it was.
But thank you for all of you that came out to the garden tour. It was great talking with everyone. We exchanged ideas, and we talked quite a bit about gardening to each other. And one lady went and bought a chimenea just because she saw the one in our patio.
Oh, nice.
And she sent me a card and told me all about that. So thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a lot of things going on. We got to say congratulations to our winner, Margot Nicodem, who was on the show last week when Travis was our co-host.
Great.
She won an art
Congratulations.
And we have a question to ask Zion. Chastity, what kind of question would you like Zion to answer? Because he's a teenager and we want to know what teenagers do nowadays.
What question do I want to ask you?
Zion.
Oh,
what,
gosh.
That's relevant to a teenager's life.
Ask Zion. Zion,
He loves to be put on the spot.
why did you ask me? You put me on the spot.
You've come up with something good.
I kind of want to ask about dating.
Yes, me too. We all want to know about dating.
He's
Go
like, I
for
wish
it,
everyone
Chaz.
could see.
Ask
I know.
him.
So, how does one that if you're interested in a person, do you think long term, or do you think let's just be friends at this point and hang out, or what is a teenage or a
What do you mean
teenage
by long term?
like? Do you think future marriage possibilities at this time in your life, or do you just think, hey, I really like you, I'm interested in you as a person, let's just hang out and get to know each other, or
How do you
Yeah.
feel about when
Well,
you approach a young girl?
As a
young lady?
teenage male, I would say that I think of it at the time. Because when I'm thinking about it, well, I'm a rational thinker, so when I think about it, I'm thinking, this probably won't go till marriage.
Okay.
It's kind of a sad thought at the same time. But it's like, you have to think realistically. And so at the time, I think of in the moment.
Okay.
Okay.
And just, there you go.
Awesome. Well,
You heard
thank
it here first.
You heard it here. Zion says, in the moment, he's only 17. We ain't doing all that.
Chill out. Ain't nobody
Chill
got
out.
time for that.
That's right.
You just want to be friends.
Right. Go to a football game.
Go to
you
see
know.
a football game.
That's right, Chastity. I don't know what you was thinking.
I don't know.
but
I was
like
just
to
asking
put
the
you on
question.
spot.
Yes.
Okay. You know, there's a lot of news, bad stuff in the media, in the mainstream media. We want to let you know we know all about it. The
We know
stuff
all about stuff.
like the debates.
Well, that's not necessarily bad, but
Well,
it's just
I heard
controversial.
the way-
And some of it is bad, and some of it is.
I did manage to get through 2 nights in a row
Yeah.
of the debates.
And what was your take?
I think that everyone had a lot of interesting ideas. I have some favorites,
Okay.
but the experience of debating is very stressful to listen to because I hate
Ugh.
interrupters and
gosh.
everybody talks over each other and
Yeah.
it gets a little stressful. So I'm glad that I watched it, but I'm glad that they're over.
Yeah, it can be high stress, if you're
Right.
especially if you're a polite talker.
Right. And you know, politics as a whole, I know there's a lot of things going on politically, from reparations to the debates to everything political.
Yes.
But guess what?
We ain't
We're
finna talk about that.
Nope.
We
We're
ain't got
talking
time
about
for that today.
We're talking
Talking
about big
about
head
good
burgers
stuff.
and stuff. Right.
Happy things
exactly.
happening in the Cedar Valley.
What we are going to talk about is things that inspire, motivate, and encourage, like our 2 guests today.
Yes.
And like the World War II veterans of the 688 Postal Directory Battalion, a group of more than 800 African American women who were sent overseas during the war to handle the backlog of mail. And they were recently honored.
Is that right?
Yes, a little overdue.
Rightly so, to be honored and
Yes.
a little quite overdue.
But it's
Yes,
still
but
good
it's good that
news.
they were acknowledged. Yes.
Yes, and we have comments, Zion.
Yes, we do. So Don D. Hickey says,
Hey,
"Hey
Dondi.
to you, Rocki."
Mwah! Hey, baby.
Angelina Bennett says, "So pretty." I don't know what she's referring to.
All of us. Yeah.
Go on, Angelina.
Thanks.
Miss Chaveevah says, "Hi everyone.
Hey.
Just taking a quick break in the action to say hi and love you guys."
Oh, love
we
you
love
too.
you, Chevy. Thank you for watching. All right, so yeah, we got a shout out to our crew. Ed, Zion, thank you so much for all that you do.
Yes.
And we want to thank the Black Hawk County Gaming Association, Chastity.
Oh, thank you for the Black Hawk County Gaming Association, apparently, for their generous support of the North End Music and Arts Festival.
Oh, yes, they just got a check. Did you see Felicia?
No.
Felicia Smith-Knowles is in receipt of some very good money for the North End Art Fest.
Oh,
So thank
good.
you to them, indeed. We
Good.
want you to like our page, Rocki and Chaveevah Live. Follow us there. and watch us any show, anytime. Emily, you do it all the time on YouTube.
Of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
YouTube, YouTube.com. Binge watch us. Popcorn. Pop your corn.
Yeah.
Get some wine. Put your pajamas on.
Put your
watch
pajamas
us.
on and watch us.
Okay. All right. We're also on WCTV every Friday at 4 o'clock and every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Channel 17 on MediaCom.
All right.
Okay. We're almost to the point where we're introducing our guests, but first we have to say thank you to our supporters, Chassidi.
Thank you so much to our supporters. You know, thank you.
Banneker watches.
Started in 2003 by our
Derek
homegrown
Holmes.
Derek Holmes.
Yes.
And check them out at bannekerstore.com.
Right.
Bannekerstore.com and support
comfort
them.
zone.
If you're going to buy something fancy for someone you love, why wouldn't you buy a quality watch that is
That's enough, Chas.
from Banneker Watches?
Okay.
Banneker Watches.
Bannekerstore.com.
Okay,
Very
and then
enthusiastic.
also
No, she's got the comfort zone.
go for it.
The Comfort Zone, located at 213 East 5th Street. Great music, food, and fun for the more mature crowd.
And check out Rodney's Kitchen. Get yourself some catfish, or as our producer likes to have their Philly sandwich. There's always
Ooh.
something you can love there.
I am
Rodney's.
actually hungry. So all this talk about food.
And guess what? We're going to talk more about food because we're going to introduce
Mr.
the one and only David Bryant,
Bryant.
and Essoria Greer together.
Yay! Come on, come on, both of you. Come on. Come on.
Come on, have a seat.
Have a seat.
Drink some water.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
I
Appreciate
totally
it.
took this over. I realized at some point that I have been drinking this woman's water.
I noticed that too.
We didn't have enough cups.
Oops, okay.
Oh, well, actually, there is another glass, and Zion will probably be very happy to get you one in just a minute since Chas is chugging yours.
I know.
Put yours right here, Chas.
Okay,
that way you
that's-
won't forget.
Yeah.
And you put yours. This is
Okay.
the mother in
You don't
me.
have a
I
cold, do you?
organize.
Okay.
Okay.
Funny.
All right, so we want to ask you guys the same question that we ask all of our guests. I hope you're ready. It's kind of tricky, but we want you to answer it honestly.
Of course.
Okay. Do you subscribe to the Soul Town?
I do have them on my email.
Yay!
Good.
Good.
So you get the digital version.
Yes, I do.
Awesome.
Good.
And you?
I need to do better. I should be, I guess.
Yes, you
Okay.
should. Not you have an opportunity to do
Right,
so.
right.
So that's good.
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you, Zion. There's water for you.
Let me pour it for you.
Yes, and we want to just say that you can get your digital subscription at thesoultown.com. And it's a homegrown magazine, and the Soul Town is a virtual town. Are you a member? Have you
I am
read it?
not, but I need to.
Yes, especially in your business, it would be, great for you to kind of see other publications. And we love it. Chaveevah and I both write for the Soul Town. Cherie Kabah started it, and she, Cherie, chillin'. Yes. She's a innovator. She's the innovator extraordinaire of the
Yes.
Soul Town.
Wonderful.
And it's now sold in, I think, 9 or 11 countries. How many countries are there?
A lot.
A lot of countries
How many
out there.
countries are there?
But we're in several, so get your subscription today. Or you can go to Earth's Beauty Supply, which is on Franklin Street,
Tri-City Clothing.
or Tri-City Clothing. That's right. So now we got that all done. Don't forget to get your Soul Town.
Wonderful.
Um,
Right now we want to shout out our birthdays.
thank you, Chassidi.
Our birthdays, we have several, so we're going to take turns reading a column.
Right. Let's hear Essoria
No,
read.
is that right?
Essoria.
Essoria. Yes.
Let's hear your voice, honey, because we
Yolanda
haven't.
Scott.
I'm sorry. Say that one again.
Yolanda Scott.
Yes.
Joylene.
Joylene Jones.
That's a pretty name.
Natoya.
Latoya Cole. Michael Warrington.
I guess Wooten.
Wilton. Kyle
Keel.
There
Yeah,
you
the
go.
meteorologist.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, happy
Okay,
birthday.
David, would you read the middle row?
Of course.
The birthdays.
Carrie Berger Heinzerling, Gregory Gentry, Angie Van Syak Robinson, Dana and Diane Williams, Lori Morris Lindemann.
All right.
Happy birthday.
And Emily, you do the honors on the last one.
Tiani
Carrasco, Sharik Haba,
Oh, Cherie. that's
Amanda
right.
Gilbert, David Rainey, and Anthony Quinn.
All
All
right.
right. Wow. Happy birthday
Happy
to all the
birthday.
birthday
Yay.
people. Yay, birthday people.
Birthday.
Yes, we gave you a wonderful applause, and we're going to toast to you, and then we're going to sing a song by Stevie Wonder, and it goes something like this. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Yay! All right, birthday people, we love you.
Cool.
Thank you for having a birthday. It makes it so much better.
It does. You
You know?
can have one of those
Yep.
every
You can
every
keep-
year.
I'd rather get older than not.
That's right. Me too.
Exactly.
We'll
And I
toast
found out
that.
that you actually do get older. You never get old, because if you got old, that would be the end of it. You know, you get older.
Ah,
So
It's always
that's
a progression. It's always a progression.
always a
Yes.
progression. That's right. Great.
exactly. So, Chassidi, I think you have a few questions for David.
Yes, I do. So David.
Oh, actually, wait. We always do ladies first. I'm sorry.
Oh, well,
And I wouldn't want. I know you already.
No,
Okay.
no.
You see, we're lost without Chaveevah.
ladies first.
Ladies
Essoria.
Essoria, thank you. We noticed you on Facebook because you are a person that would definitely be inspirational to have on the show, because you work full time, you're a mom, you're a student as well. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what motivates you.
Yes.
My children motivates me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, they are the key of everything right now.
Wow.
I surround everything around them. I try to do the best I can for them. And currently I'm working at Tyson's.
Okay.
But I do pursue to be in the pharmaceutical industries.
Wow.
Good.
In the long run, mostly to like a representative or something of that nature, mostly focusing on diabetics.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's
Good.
great.
Yeah.
Is
And your
this-
children, how old are they?
2 and 11 months.
Oh,
Babies.
wow.
Babies.
Wonderful.
That is just, it's so inspiring to know, and I think our audience, our viewers would love to see a shining example like you, who has what it takes to get up every morning and go to that job that is not your favorite thing
Not
to
my
do,
favorite thing.
but yet and still you do it, and you say you do it all for them, and
Yes.
it certainly means a lot. What made you decide to be involved with
Pharmaceuticals. Oh,
with
yeah.
the diabetes, the reflection on diabetics?
My uncle Robert Thomas is a pharmaceutical representative now.
Oh.
And that kind of like motivated me because he makes his own schedule. He it's all about networking with him and knowing different doctors and knowing the drugs, what the drugs does for the body and how it reacts to different things. So I'm like, okay. So with that being said, both my grandfathers had diabetes, and it's rich in the African American history, culture.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, we need to know more about our own selves,
bodies.
our own
Okay.
culture, our own things that we intake, and what medications do we need or don't really need, or try to cut out some of the medications that we take on a daily.
Wow.
Wonderful.
So you had a role model and also being inspired because of your culture and
Because of the
and
need.
the need.
Yes.
Well, we just want to say thank you.
Yes.
And
Thank
can
you.
we
Yes,
give her a
yes,
hand,
yes.
because
Keep working hard.
keep working hard.
Thank you.
Keep going.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us and inspiring those people that are out there think they can't make it another day. And think about what you're doing with those two beautiful children and working and going to school.
Yes, ma'am.
Hats off, young lady.
Thank you
and
so
here's your
much.
toast.
Here's your toast. There you go.
This is very special. Good to know you.
Wonderful. Let's put one cup here. So now we also have our another wonderful guest, David.
Yeah.
And David, what's your last name? Bryant.
Bryant. Yes.
David Bryant.
Yep.
And he is one of the founders of Big Head Burgers.
Correct.
Here in Waterloo,
Yes.
and it is a food truck. Woohoo!
Thank you.
Best burgers
Yes,
around.
I would love to hear. First of all, tell us about Big Head Burgers. What's that about?
What's that about?
It's, I guess it's kind of loosely based on my personal experiences. My first food memory was of eating a burger. My mother took me at a really young age to a local place, and I ate a burger that was probably a little bit too big for me.
Okay.
At the age
that
of like
age.
4 or 5. So I kind of just played it into that.
Yeah.
The greatest things always have stories involved with them.
Yeah.
So stories allow people to, also kind of be involved and to go from there. So yeah.
So food trucks nationally have been taken up. I've seen a spotlight on food trucks in
Sure,
general.
yeah.
So of all the things that you could make, and is that one of that early memory, one of the inspirations to creating a food truck that serves burgers and things of that nature? Or tell us about why burgers.
Well, I mean, there's so many places that want to do a million different things,
Yeah.
right? We wanted to do 4 or 5 things to do those things like be
Ooh,
great.
and
Yeah.
you
That
doing
would-
good. I'm telling you
We
that.
appreciate that. We
That
really
burger
appreciate
was
that.
fire.
We appreciate that.
I was
Yeah.
talking about how good it was after. Okay, I'm sorry.
No.
I had to
Yes.
interrupt.
Tell the world. That's what we're here for, right?
Right. Now tell us about what makes your burgers unique and what's special about them.
I mean, everything is fresh.
Everything's fresh.
From our perspective, we wanted to make food for people who love food.
Okay.
So there's nothing comes from a bag, nothing comes from a box.
Yeah.
I'm not a small guy, so if I don't really like it, it's not going to be on the menu.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Now, I think Emily may have a question. I certainly do. And if you have one, jump on it.
Okay.
But listen, everybody's counting calories. They're putting the calorie counts
Sure,
up at
yeah,
all
yeah.
the different places. But what I liked about your burger is I looked at that burger, and because it was so good looking, first of all, it
Right,
looked like
right.
the
Thank you.
picture.
Thank
It
you.
looked like the picture.
Yeah.
And that's rare because
Yes,
sometimes that picture
You don't
be
get what
looking-
you.
Right.
Yeah.
I opened up the wrapper, it was beautiful. And then I noticed that it wasn't greasy. And I'm a turkey burger eater, so
Yeah.
I'm reluctant to order
Right.
beef because a lot of times they're greasy.
Mm-hmm.
Your burger was so fresh and it was just really good.
Thank you.
So is it more for the people that say, forget the calories today, I'm gonna give me a big head burger? Because it didn't look high calorie. It looked perfect.
Everything is great in moderation, right?
Right.
I wouldn't advise people to eat us every 7 days a week in
There
a
you
row,
go.
but we wanted to be the place where when you think of I want a sandwich or a burger, we want to be in that conversation. If we feel
Yeah.
that we're in that internal conversation, we're going to win a lot of battles. So
Yeah, and also speaking to the calories and health, and I think you mentioned when we talked early on, you said we're going to make real food.
Yes,
So it's not.
correct.
You mentioned nothing processed or nothing, and so that really matters just as much, if not more, than how
Right.
many calories you're
Yes,
counting.
yes.
Because
Correct.
the fact that you're using maybe some lean beef and some things that are not as greasy, and the potatoes and everything.
food was at one time food was real, right?
Right.
Places put emphasis on the ingredients and everything, and that's what we do at Big Head Burger. So
Okay.
it's not as much about the caloric count or anything like that, and that's cool. That's great that people
course.
are mindful of those issues. But if you don't really love what you're eating, why
Thank
eat though?
you.
Right. Yeah.
so-
Yeah.
And one more
That's
thing
good.
I want to say about why I loved it so much is
Yeah.
because I had a big fat burger,
Uh-huh.
and I had the tomato, which nice thick slice, and I
Okay.
had a big leafy piece of lettuce and
Ooh,
onion. So I
okay.
felt like I had a burger with a
Yeah.
salad.
Okay. There you go.
Zion
Yeah.
We
comment.
have one comment. Melissa Huffman says, "Tell us about your special fries you have."
Oh,
yeah, those
yeah,
fries.
those
Tell us about those
fries.
fries.
Thank you for thinking that they're special. They're not really.
Oh, they are.
We just cut them every day. I fry them twice at 2 different temperatures, and they're pre-blanched to get all of the starch and the sugar out. So,
Wow.
yeah.
I heard that you have a menu item called pudding fries.
Yeah.
What does
it's,
that mean?
Yeah, what are pudding fries?
It's kind of a play on poutine, if you know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to make it more kind of take the confusion out of it. But it's an order of fries, ground beef, beef gravy, an order of cheese curds, and then if you'd like, you have the option to add an egg.
Oh, forget
So,
the
yeah.
calories on that.
Wow.
Okay,
Decadent.
but decadent.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, there you go.
call
That's a
it
good word.
Okay, and Zion has comments.
No.
No?
30 minutes.
Oh, it's 30 minutes. We're just about ready to wrap up. Tell us where you'll be, your
Yes.
hours.
Sure.
What do people need to know about Big Head Burgers?
Well, our main location is at Six Corners. We're open usually 6 days a week from 11 to 7. I post on our Facebook and our Instagram our daily location and times. So if people were wondering where we are, that's probably the easiest way to find out that information. And when people ask questions, I'm the person that's responding. So,
Okay.
but other than that, it's we're gonna keep trying to be great.
Yeah.
Get more consistent. The goal is for every person that comes in to have the best possible customer experience, regardless of whether it's a 5-star dining establishment or us just being in a food truck. So
right.
that's our goal.
Well, we love it. And shout out to Yakubu, Brandon, and Nina, my girl. We got
my
the same birthday.
my brothers and my mother. Yeah.
Yes, I think your mom and I have the same birthday, or one day apart.
Are you February 20th?
I'm the 23rd. We're
Okay.
a couple days apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yes. Well, thank you so much for doing what you do.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful.
Look for the
yes,
Big Head
keep
Burger
doing
truck.
what you're doing.
Thank you,
I'm very
thank you, thank
excited for both of you
Yes.
to be here.
Yes, and keep on striving. On those days when you don't feel like doing it, keep going. I
Yes,
know
ma'am.
you will.
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
dear.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Emily and Chassidi. I think
Yes.
we pulled it off.
Yeah.
Even
Thank
without
you.
Chaveevah. I don't know
Yeah.
how, but it worked out.
Ta-da.
Thank you, Zion and Ed. And we want to encourage everybody to keep doing more of what makes you awesome, because
It makes us
All
all
look
look
good.
Yes.
see you next time.
Cheers.
Bye.